Let's get some sleaze. Presented by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Oh, I love some Celebrity Sleaze. You remember Queen was talking about the Bret Michaels concert this weekend, right?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if you've ever seen Bret in concert, but he's got this like Party Gras 2.0 show. And when he says it promises to be nothing but a good time, his shows are all about the fans.
Are you kidding me? I grew up with Poison. I remember seeing it at the Irwin Center in like 1988. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And he's got all his special guests and friends with him. I mean, I'm talking about Lou Gramm, right? Chris Jansen, who we just did a Crossroads with.
You know
Brett
him.
and Chris.
What?
Dee Snider.
I'd rather hear it. Call him. Call Bret Michaels. I don't need you to tell me about his concert.
I'm not going to call him. It's early.
Fram, you have his cell phone. You did some whole thing with him at CMT.
No, I mean, I love Brett, but like that's kind of unprofessional to call somebody and not.
For a change?
You have to kind of go through management.
Could you break a rule for a change?
Yeah, but it's early. I'm not going to call somebody at this.
He's Mr. Fitness King. The dude's, I see him in social media. He's up like probably shooting something, hunting.
Can I at least call his manager first?
No, give me the number. You take one for the team.
I can't stand doing this kind
Write
of stuff.
it down. Hold it up. I'm going to dial it.
Hold on.
Write it
down. If this backfires, I'm going to shoot you.
It's Bret Michaels. Dude's a legend. He doesn't care if Leslie Fram
All right, hold on.
calls him.
Here.
Just tell him we're on the air, though, when you do it. All right, let me dial it up. Just take a deep breath and don't do the whole, I was going to call your manager, Brett. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize.
All right.
Hold on, it's ringing. Stand by.
Legend.
Hold on, wait for it.
Hey, good morning. Hello?
Brett.
Hello?
Hey, Brett.
Good morning.
It's your pal Leslie in Nashville.
I told you not to call.
Hey, Brett.
Leslie? Leslie, how are you doing this beautiful early morning?
Wow, Fram.
Well, I'm sorry to call you so early, but I'm doing my rock radio show right now, 99X with Barnes, and you're on the air.
Hey,
that's
Brett.
Cool.
Wait. Are we Barnes? Good.
Yeah.
Barnes. Good morning. Are we live on the air, or are we?
Yeah.
Are we
live.
going? Leslie not throwing a prank on me. Leslie live
No, it's
on the
no
air.
prank. We're on the air because we're in Atlanta and we want to talk about your show. So is it cool that we're calling you this early?
I told you not to do that, Leslie.
Sorry.
First of all, the answer to that is yes. The second of all, I love you, so yes. And you're if you're talking up the show in Atlanta, this is even a better win-win-win. This is a good day.
Well, nice to meet you, Brett. By the way, I'm a huge fan.
Yes, he is.
I mean, all about, you're coming tomorrow night, but can I just ask, what's the story with Poison? When are we going to get some Poison full-on action?
All right, so let me break that into two parts. It's early. I'm functioning, and I'm functioning on semi amount of coffee, right? So here we go. The first answer is thank you for your for just rocking with us for all the years, and hopefully I will see you face to face in Atlanta, which will be incredible. And then, so what we're doing? Let me start this year. I don't know if you've all talked about this on the air at all, but we are here at Ameris Bank at the amphitheater. It's the Party Gras 2.0. So this year, it's one of the best years for me. Last year was incredible, and everyone is a friend. So I call them up on the phone and say, this is what we're doing. Do you want to come out on the road? And this year we've got Lou Gramm, a foreigner, about to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Sounds better than he's ever sounded. So he joins me. So we're 3-4 Poisonous hits in, crowd's going nuts. I say, I'd like to hear some foreigner. How about we get the original singer? I land on the ground, bam, we're right into Cold as Ice or Hot Blooded, and the crowd goes crazy. Back to me, I do a few more. Then I bring out Dee Snider, a Twisted Sister.
Wow.
Then we've got Chris Jansen, the Buy Me a Boat country sensation. Chris Jansen is not only doing the amazing direct support before the show, but he comes back out with me and Don Felder, and we do Mama Don't Dance together. And then, of course, Don Felder, the Eagles, opening it, and then rejoins me on stage. And it's just all killer hits, no filler.
That's quite the lineup, but you did avoid my question about Poison. I know you're playing Poison songs.
Not avoiding. I wasn't avoiding. That was part 2. Hold on.
I kind of feel like Brett is Poison. Come on.
I know.
Brett is Brett Michaels. Come on.
I'm getting a sip of coffee. You got to give me that. Leslie, hold on. Barnes.
You do sound like you've been up for a while, though. So,
okay.
For a while, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you know me. I'm crazy. I've given up sleep long ago. It's and the beauty here's the added touch of beauty to that being and I'll make this quick, being a diabetic since the age of 6. I have the blessing of that, let's just say all these experienced years later, learning to get up and first thing is check that blood sugar, take my insulin injection, and then rock the day, right? So, without further ado, Barnes hit me with the question. This is part 2.
It was so long ago, I forgot.
Let's go, yeah.
When are we going to get Poison in its full form?
Well, first of all, Leslie, thank you for your first answer to that. I loved it. Number 2, I'm looking at I'm throwing this in the universe, right? We got to play Atlanta on the stadium tour, which was insane.
Yep.
Opened up the whole thing. Poison, pure live music, on fire, grateful to be there. All original, back with CeCe DeVille, Bobby Dahl, Ricky Rocket. I'm thinking, if I throw it into the universe, it's going to be 2026 summer.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying
it's a good time.
Having my buddies Ricky and CeCe and Bobby all back together in 2026 that'll be the amazing. We'll call it Reunited and Undivided. How's that sound?
Yeah,
look at that.
Hey, Brett, I do have a question for you, because so many people I know, when I talk about knowing you, they always say one of their favorite shows of all time was Rock of Love with Bret Michaels.
I was so about that.
Here we go.
Seriously.
Tell them, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I said, the girls, when the girls were rock stars. I mean, when we did that show, we literally didn't know. I'd never filmed a reality show like that before, and I said, if you just let me live, everything's got to be what I would use or mine, except for the house. If we're going to destroy the house, let it be someone else's. That was it. The rest of it was it was uncensored party. Like, it was unbelievable. We got in there that first night, and I said, I don't know if we're going to find love, but we're going to find something, and we're going to have a good time doing it. And I took my motorcycle helmet off, and it started. And for some reason, I think the reality of not forcing them to act like there was no forced arguments. There was no let's go by the jacuzzi and argue for TV ratings. I said, let's just let it unfold and have a lot of competitions, make this thing great. And I think that's what made it awesome. People could feel that there was amongst the craziness, there was a realness in it. And I'm grateful.
That was the key. I mean, the fact that it looked like you were watching backstage unfold in real life. Did you screen those girls at all? Like, did they surprise you with here are the women, or did you go through and say, okay, I would allow these women to be in?
Complete surprise.
Wow.
So as long as I didn't previously know them, what they were, you know what I mean? They didn't want it because then I'm going to tell you the truth. My acting skills are extremely limited. I have limited reality. I'm not making this up. If you say, here's the lines and here's what's happening and here's your attitude, hit this mark, I'm a little iffy. All right. But if I said to them, if you'll just let this unfold, and we added a lot of adult beverages, it was like walking in, like you said, you're walking into a backstage. I said, let it rip.
So good.
Yes.
Well, we want to remind everyone, if you want like a good time, like a real good time, and like Brett is all about the fans, this concert at Ameris Bank Amphitheater, the Bret Michaels tour, bringing out his friends Barnes, Dee Snider, Don Felder, Lou Gramm, Chris Jansen.
It's nice. Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday night, Ameris. Brett, it was such a pleasure to meet you. I told Leslie not to call you this early, but I appreciate you being a trooper.
Hey, well, first of all, thank you for having me on. It was great. Leslie, love you. Always great to hear your voice. Barnes, you're our VIP. If you're gonna be at the show, I've got you taken care of.
Nice.
Leslie, the same, and have an awesome day. and I'll talk to you both soon.
Thanks,
Thank you, Brett. Hope
Have
to
a
see you
great
soon.
day. We'll see you later.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
I bet phone solicitors that call him, he must stay on with them for 20 minutes.
Such a good guy.
What a nice guy. I've never met him before. Look at you, Leslie.
We should have him back on because, like, you talk about like rock and roll trivia. He's the guy.
There you go. And I guess, is that my sleaze?
That's my sleaze.